right, we're back with episode 37 of Sleeper Sports Media Pod and episode 4 of me and Keenan doing one together. How you doing, bro?
Doing fantastic. Glad to be here. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got a haircut and ready to hear some breaking news on Pat McAfee show and Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely, man. You know, that's been the talk all night, man. I've been channel surfing with all the ESPNs and the Foxes and stuff. And man, everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of overtook the Lamar talk too.
Yeah.
And even the actual moves that have happened, still this Aaron Rodgers talk is big.
I hope it was funny. AJ Hawk joined the show and he said, "What if he doesn't show up?" And Pat was like, "That'd be the most Aaron Rodgers thing ever."
Yeah, absolutely.
He better show up.
And
they have a countdown.
They talked so much about him already that it'd be to talk again. Oh, where's Aaron?
They got a countdown 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So we can start with other news. Free agency. The Steelers re-signed Ojanobi and DeMonte Casey. They let Cam Sutton go.
Yep.
I was sad about that one, but
I was kind of shocked about
everyone
Cam
else
Sutton.
they went and signed. Not bad.
Oh,
not bad.
Making moves.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't doing nothing, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
it's the truth.
Yeah. You're just apparently getting laughed at by what you're offering Lamar. I saw a thing on Twitter that said he laughed at the offer that he got.
I'm at a loss of words of that man. I mean, I get you want max dollar, but look at the expense it's gonna cost you, man. You know, you already don't think you have many weapons. It'll be that much worse.
Yeah.
The Browns have already realized that with Watson.
Yeah, and they're already having to restructure his deal already.
Yeah, before the offseason even really got going, they were talking about doing that. It's like, just shows you it's bad for business, man. Now the owners can afford it.
Yeah,
and I hate that it's always an argument of millionaires versus billionaires. At the end of the day, the owner's the owner, bro. He sets the market. The owners set the market. The fans that spend money, set the market. I love everything about sports and going and watching them at venues, but I don't like eating or drinking at them. You ain't getting me there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At that point, just tailgate.
Yeah. How you feel about Jimmy G, man, at the Raiders? I feel he's in a much worse situation, and they also got rid of Waller. And the defense, I feel, was their biggest issue while they were losing those close games last year. They haven't done nothing with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that post that I shared saying the Raiders are going from Derek Carr to Jimmy G is the same as going from Jimmy G to Derek Carr.
Yeah. Derek Carr basically made out like a bandit going to New Orleans, even though I know a lot of Saints fans don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see how Carr does in a different environment. I don't mind Derek Carr. I think
that whole division's interesting.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's interesting.
And Baker to the Bucks?
Yeah, Baker versus Carr twice a year. I can get behind that.
Yeah. I'd like Baker. I didn't like him whenever he won the Heisman over Saquon, but now that he's out of Cleveland and the way he left Cleveland,
yeah,
kind of like, I don't mind him. I don't mind Baker.
I don't hate him, but I mean, he definitely. I hate to sound like Skip Bayless, but he did have a very impressive rookie season. Set records. You know what I mean? And then it's like Skip, he living down that damn hill about 11-5 or whatever it was, and first playoff win in 30 whatever years. I don't know how off head, but against the Steelers, and man, Skip. Every time they talk about the Browns in a good light, that comes up. It's like, bro, if that's your highest high, that you need more than that.
Yeah, like one playoff win in however long you said versus a team that was absolutely always just beat you for 18 years.
Hard, man. They've always been getting beat up, but I've noticed no matter how bad or how good the Bengals are, they always seem to have their number.
Yeah.
My Bengals riding the Super Bowls getting swept by the Browns.
Yeah.
It's a weird division, bro. How some of our games play out is crazy.
It always is. It always is.
It's no guarantee.
Looks like we're going up and down from 5 and 6 people watching already. We got 4 watching in my group on Facebook, 1 from your channel.
Nice. On YouTube channel?
Yep.
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. And I'll be feeling shadow banned, and so I try to keep the BS off of there. I want to just keep content like this going on there.
Yeah.
Like good shit. You know what I'm saying? All that news and most of that crap I put on Facebook where the bigger audience is. So
yeah.
I feel bad. I like YouTube, but I want to grow it the right way. Avoid them spikes.
I gotta stop. What got me was doing the saving a TikTok and then posting that, and then I got strike twice. But
WWE
I have
really bad.
AEW and another one got me. But I have if anyone comments, I have it so where we can get comments from all of our destinations. But I guess I don't know if you'll be able to see. I would assume you can see them, but I'm the only one that can put them up on the screen.
Yeah, I don't see them right now, but sometimes they take a minute. I know how it can be on this app. I know that sometimes it'll say you might have this many watchers, but it'll be different on the app itself too.
Yeah. Looks like Aaron Rodgers just joined.
Ooh, how long do you think he's going to egg it on before he actually says and makes a decision here?
I don't know. I have this screen on mute, and I'm just watching to see Pat's reaction.
I thought I had it pulled up, but I had a watch party accidentally pulled up of this.
Oh,
I have no idea. And the show's live on YouTube. Like, what is my issue? I'm subscribed. What can I? Oh, there it goes. His thumbnail threw me off. That's what it was.
Yeah,
his was at the top, and I just went right past it.
Yeah,
Papa Aaron, he can be Mr. Rogers replacement when he gets 20 years older. They talking about Jeopardy. He can be this life man and recommend these books and all of that. What's up, Facebook user? Who are you? Nameless person.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say we just went over this last week.
Yes. But I tell you, dude, that XFL is crazy.
Oh, it's awesome.
I got the whole schedule here, man. You got the Houston Roughnecks and the Seattle Sea Dragons. You know how Matt was talking about Morgan Ellison. If he watches this, we would welcome you on the podcast, have some good questions for you. No BS, man. I think it would help you. It would help us. We could even have Matt on the show too.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
too? I was feeling that. I was thinking that too. That'd be awesome.
And you playing with Josh Gordon, man. That's some stories waiting to be told, I'm sure. Nothing bad, just in the locker room, on the field type stuff.
And Ben DiNucci.
Yeah, he's actually turned himself around in the XFL.
He's leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns.
He's throwing dimes, man.
Yeah, the game winner to Josh Gordon was insane.
Well, you remember that one play? I forgot who they played. It was week 2 or 3. That ridiculous schoolyard backyard style type play Josh Gordon made, where he made 3 dudes miss and fall, and he ended up getting. I don't know if he got the touchdown on that play or not, but he got a real good first down at least. He might have got the touchdown, but he made all of them dudes look foolish. It looked like the pro versus high schoolers.
No, I didn't see that one. I saw the game winner, the 65-yard bomb that DiNucci hit him with. I think that was week 3.
DiNucci, man, he's doing his thing. And you got the Battle Hawks and the Defenders. That's going to be a great game. I ain't sleeping on the Battle Hawks. They look pretty solid and dangerous to me.
AJ McCarron is another one who's turning everything around. Took less money just so his kids can watch him play. I know he got a big shout out from The Rock for doing that.
Man, them people got to feel real special when The Rock shouts you out. And I really hope this brand sticks around. That was the first thing I was telling Matt yesterday when we started talking about this stuff. I was like, dude, I said that the first time, even way back when Vince ran the thing. And then now when they tried this with COVID, messed it up. And maybe now third time's a charm, right? So maybe because we need football after the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh,
and it is kind of wrong to ask NFL athletes to play year round. There's just no way they need rest, bro. But doing this,
I mean, you got
USFL.
I was gonna say the USFL that'll start in April.
Can't wait.
I would like to see a merger of the two, and just have more teams instead of expanding in each league. Just merge it and then have.
That's smart.
Because right now I think there's 8 teams in the XFL and I think 10 in the USFL.
They should, man. Be more talent, more teams, different matchups. Wouldn't feel so rushed, like with the rematches that happen so quickly. And then the season's very short too in the XFL. Like you blink, it's gone.
10 weeks. Yeah, we're already halfway through. Yeah, they the next 2 games, Orlando and Vegas, that's not gonna. I mean, I think that got flexed to. Oh no, the Houston and Seattle game got flexed to 9:30 on Thursday tomorrow. And then Saturday, DC and St. Louis, that's at 7.
Yep.
Orlando and Vegas on Saturday at 10, and then Arlington and San Antonio at 9. Yeah, Houston, DC, and St. Louis are the best 3 teams. I know you made a post about it.
I can't dispute that.
Seattle is right there, but I mean, now they're probably turning it around. And I'd say that they're like the 2 matchups of these 4 teams this week are the best 4 teams in the XFL.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make for some great football, dude. I'm excited.
Vegas just doesn't stay consistent. Orlando just has too many penalties, and they can't finish anything. San Antonio, they just lose close games, and then Arlington, they let it get away from them.
Yeah, they do. I'm heavy with you on the Vegas Vipers because they show spurts of where they look really good. I mean, really good, and then they get outscored at the end, and it's a lot of their games like they look competitive a quarter or a half, but it just disappears. Like I haven't watched every minute of every one of their games with the highlights or when I tune in. That's what I see usually.
Yeah,
but
the first game they played against DC was at their home opener, and they said that their field wherever they're playing at, I think it used to be an old minor league baseball stadium. It looked terrible. It looked terrible.
Man.
It looked terrible.
Bro, you'd be shocked. They ain't even got that big of a fan base, man. I went and looked at their page the other day, and they got the blue check and all, but they only got like 20,000 followers. I was like, geez, bro. You go look at the worst NFL team, and I guarantee you they got 1 million.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it's not like the St. Louis and DC. I think those are probably 2 of the best fan bases in the XFL. Maybe Seattle as a third, but St. Louis is easily number 1. They just had 38,000 fans at their home opener.
I'm glad to see it, dude. People, maybe more people think like we do and want to see it stay.
St. Louis definitely does. They miss their football.
They do, bro, and it sucks. That sucks with them. You never know if the NFL itself expands. They might see a team. I think they'll more go international.
Yeah, I could see that.
I got one. There's a lot of money in it, but also you got to think about the players. You got to make it work with them.
Yeah. Got one viewer on my Twitch.
Twitch is dope. I'm gonna get my Twitch set up soon too, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I game like a motherfucker. Why am I not twitching?
Yeah.
You ain't even got to be on camera with that stuff, really.
Yeah.
You can, but you ain't got to. Think more with me. Why I don't really do it is when I play a game, I'm just chilling, you know? Like, I don't know. I know WWE 2K23 is coming out the end of this month. So, how you feel about that? It looks pretty legit to me.
Yeah. It does. I don't think I'm going to get it just because I don't play nearly enough to want to go and buy another one. If I would get it, if I'd get it, I'd just get it to collect it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to go on discount probably. I'm really itching for that Dead Island too, though. I already got that paid for. So I got another month and change on that.
I'm looking to get a capture card and get a capture card and then play some Switch.
I don't know if I showed you
like
this. Well, you go ahead.
But I've been wanting to play like Mario Kart again.
That's some old school
Switch Sports.
Some nostalgia right there. Look what I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Look at Matt made me.
Oh wow.
That's gonna be the new podcast logo. Me and him was just talking, and I mean, I've been saying this shit for a month, probably easily longer than that. Wanting to. I've even put posts on Facebook about like I've been hating sharing it, and you don't even see the words of it. Like it's, yeah. He was like, yeah, I'll just do it together in a minute. He did good in that minute, bro. And he was saying he might toy with some Photoshop and something. So hey, I appreciate it, bro. Almost everything I rock with, somebody else has made for me besides like a couple items, but a lot of people just message me stuff like here, like Sean Tanasia. I hope I pronounced that right. He sent me a couple different things. Brady Larimore. I know these guys probably ain't watching, or if they do, it ain't gonna be live. But yeah, they've all, they've sent me some nice stuff, dude.
Yeah. I'm telling you, jump on Canva, spend an hour or so, and just mess around with all different kinds of stuff. Everything that I've made, that I've posted, that I've sent you, all from Canva. All from Canva.
I swear, I promoted Canva right to Matt too when he mentioned Photoshop. I like, I don't use it as much as I used to, but that damn Canva, dude. I love it. I need to. I need to get the paid one because it's legit.
I have it. It's worth it. So much.
I'll tell you, there's so many things I wanted to use on there that's like paid. It's like I might as well just get it. I used to have a link to some music, man, some copyright free shit.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went, but I think my friend Alonzo had it, but I need to see if I can get with him and get that so I can put that stuff on videos and stuff,
Yeah.
Share it with you too, if it's free to use and all of that.
Yeah, I was watching my lecture from this class the other day, and the instructor said about the one website that we get for free because of Full Sail. So I'm gonna look into that for my final for next week. But
been staying busy with that, ain't it? I'm sure.
Oh, I can't wait for this one to be over. My next class should be way easier. A much needed easy class after this one.
I'll say Full Sail is very good about that, alternating a really hard class, then a chill kind of class. You stay learning though.
Yeah.
That college math class, I really like that. A lot of people were stressing to me how it sucked. And dude, to me, that was probably one of the better math classes I ever took in my life. Like in high school, we didn't go over this kind of stuff. I mean, I already kind of knew about this stuff because we're adults. But like, it would have been useful learning this at age 14 to 17,
Yeah. I've just never been a big math person, so I didn't care for it just because I don't like math.
I like money math, bro. Percentages, fractions, decimals, add, subtract when it comes to money. That's all you need to know, though.
Yeah.
I mean, or maybe like with your audience too, your demographics, you got to understand them numbers. Numbers is everyday life, though. Like we might get one day where we have that commercials on this, bro, and we got to get off air for this ad. So time and numbers is just it runs the world, even though it's invisible, imaginary, but it controls everything, bro. Never ends. Weird thing to think about. That's what kind of puts me on with math. It just blows my mind. You can sit here and count, and you'll never live long enough to count everything.
Yeah.
Wow. I had something I wanted to touch on. Yeah, I got a few screenshots on one phone of things, a couple on another. Oh, Chael Sonnen, man. Chael Sonnen. You've seen some of the stuff I've shared of that fool. He's in the headlines for calling LeBron James out for using steroids when this man's pissed molten lava. Like, bro, LeBron's never pissed hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen, he can back up his talk, man, but that's one thing about his YouTube channel I don't like. It's never nothing legitimate with him, dude.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I guess I don't really follow basketball all that much. I just look whenever LeBron is, if he's on, I watch, but or playoffs or whatever.
Hopefully he'll be back for the playoffs for the Lakers. I heard he was back warming up or practicing, and he was at one of the games shooting around and stuff, which that's a good look.
Yeah.
I don't see him, if they make a play-in or the playoffs, I don't see him, unless it's like catastrophic, I don't see him missing that.
Yeah. I was talking to someone. Someone said he was in a boot.
Yeah, he was.
I think it was at work, but I found an article on Bleacher Report. 20 of the NFL free agent signings, trades, and grades for day 2 from yesterday, but Stephen Gilmore to the Cowboys.
That's solid though for them, but I don't think defense was their issue.
Yeah, for a 5th round pick.
That's robbery.
The Eagles re-signed James Bradbury, 3 years, $38 million, 20 guaranteed. Andy Dalton to the Panthers, 2 years, $10 million with 8 guaranteed.
It's a bargain.
And that's after they traded up for the number 1 pick.
Yeah. I'd like to see them do something, man, but Panthers fans they lose faith every year more and more, and I see why.
The Browns signed defensive lineman Dalvin Tomlinson for 4 years, 57, but 27.5 is guaranteed. Looks like they're trying to pair him with Myles Garrett. Falcons signed Heineke. 2 years, that. $20 million. I do too. I that might work out.
I think it can, man. Heineke, I didn't really get a fair shake in Washington, especially at the end there.
Yeah,
he looks solid.
Might make the NFC South a little interesting to watch this year.
I really think they're that bad that it's going to be interesting, and maybe somebody might end up coming out good and shocking people. But
yeah,
I had
the Colts signed
to be the Saints.
The Colts signed Matt Gay, the kicker from the Colts, 4 years, $22.5 million.
Matt Gay, yep, I remember him.
The Chargers signed linebacker Eric Kendricks, 2 years, $13.25 million.
They definitely need
the Chargers out there making some moves. The Bucks traded a guard, Shaq Mason, to the Texans for a 6th round pick.
Solid.
The Raiders signed Jacoby Myers. He's a wide receiver from the Patriots. 3 years, $33 million.
That's not bad. Maybe he can flourish now, you know.
He's back with Josh McDaniels.
So that's not a bad thing.
And the Steelers signed another lineman, Nate Herbig, re-signed DeMonte Casey and Larry Ojanobi. I'm cool with it. I like both those re-signs, and then this guy, he's from the Jets. So I don't mind that. The Vikings re-signed their center, Garrett Bradbury. Darren Waller to the Giants, like you said.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But also, I think, you know, the Raiders are foolish.
Oh, yeah.
Right, who's Jimmy G throwing the ball? You bring in Jimmy G and you take away the biggest weapon. It's funny you say that. Yeah. We're talking about Waller. I was on Twitter looking at something, and former Raven Tony Jefferson II, he shared a tweet about Darren Waller, and he tagged Marlon Humphrey, and he said, quote, "Remember, Coach was getting mad. He was cooking us in camp, and we like, Coach, this motherfucker nice." So again, Waller's just known to burn people, man. I remember when he was a Raven, and I hated he was going through all them issues, you know, but he's on the right path now.
Yeah.
That's a big weapon for Daniel Jones, bro.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Now you about to go.
I like the Giants. I've always liked the Giants. They've always kind of been my NFC team.
I don't hate on them. I mean, I don't really know if I had to pick an NFC team. I've liked Seattle and the Niners. I like the NFC West football a lot. I don't really have a team. I mean, it's different with me. You know, every year watching the NFC, depends on the players and how things go over there, how I feel. But usually it's the NFC West I'm eyeballing, it seems like.
Yeah.
When I was first growing up, some of my first years watching football, I remember the greatest show on turf with the Rams. The 49ers have always been relevant in my lifetime. Then you got the Cardinals, which they got a lot of hype now, but they're kind of a letdown the past few years.
Yeah.
But I used to really like watching Larry Fitzgerald, and when
Yep.
Anquan Bolden played there, you know, he used to play there and at 49ers as well.
Yep.
So I always been a fan of that brand of football. Not as much as the AFC North, but I like the NFC West. There's years that they like the best, you know.
There's nothing like the NFC or AFC North.
No, nothing.
The Lions signed cornerback Emmanuel Mosley and re-signed a defensive lineman John Kaminsky.
Lions ain't playing around, man.
Yeah, they're doing something.
I hate to come into their path.
The Patriots signed Calvin Anderson from the Broncos. He's another lineman. The Cardinals signed linebacker Kazir White from the Eagles. And the Jets signed wide receiver Alan Lazard. That's check that off of Aaron Rodgers' wish list.
That was a good conversation yesterday. People were having like the great Diana Rossini, I think, brought it up. She was like, "Did the Jets have to fulfill everything, or just get a couple of them checked off and attempt?" You know, I believe that they've already done enough to lock them up. And the only other option is for him to retire, but not with no $60 million on the table. You're not.
Yeah.
You're asking. You can go look like Brett Favre in New York, just like he did. You can look bad, but you're not gonna miss that money. And like my buddy Joe brought up,
his bank account won't.
He don't want to be in that same Hall of Fame class of Brady because the eyes ain't gonna be on him.
Yeah,
he has to play one more year.
His bank account won't look his bank account won't look bad.
Right. Imagine the plot twist. He comes on Pat McAfee. I'm retiring from the NFL and I'm full time on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, I would love it.
I wouldn't hate it. The $60 million, man, Pat ain't giving you that. You know that.
Yeah.
But Rodgers, talking about how many people wouldn't be in his position, and be able to weasel out of this contract, or weasel out of this team, I should say.
Yeah.
I said they shouldn't have never gave him that 3 years, 150, whatever it was, because he was already out the door when they was negotiating that.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to Coach Mike Tomlin of the Steelers, best coach out there. Team USA mercy ruled Canada in 7 innings, 12-1.
Play Colombia tonight, I believe. How you feel about that?
I might actually sit down and watch that. Might work on my discussion post and watch that. Cowboys plan to cut Zeke.
Yeah, I think that's very close to happening, and that's smart because Pollard's the better back, and you can draft the younger one behind him.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were talking about on Pat's show right before Aaron joined.
You need to work on that offense. They don't need to worry about that defense as much as they are. Their defense ain't what lost them against the Niners the past 2 years.
Oh yeah,
that offense, man. The very last play of both games just have you scratching your head. That quarterback draw, and then that little check down pass to the second game. Like, bro.
Yeah.
He's too much of a veteran to be doing that crap.
I was at Sam's Club whenever 2 years ago for the playoffs, whenever they lost to the Dak. He did that at the very end. He threw the ball down and he tried to spike it and stop the clock, and the ref was just taking forever. And my lead was the next day I was talking to him about it, and he just shook his head. He had nothing to say. He just shook his head.
Like a comedy show of a football team.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the Cowboys hijinks. I mean, something funky is gonna happen. Well, and just like the one game they won versus the Bucks, that's what was funky. They blew the Bucks out. Which, I mean, that didn't really stop me. I think I took the Bucks. That might have been one of the few playoff losses I had, but I couldn't take the Cowboys. But I knew it wasn't going to be like that. Like, I didn't think the Cowboys would win like that if they did win. I thought it'd be close and ugly because both teams are kind of playing bad at the end there.
Yeah.
And I have more faith because of Tom Brady, but he ain't have no help at all. Which he don't get a pass because a lot of these other quarterbacks ain't got no damn help either, man. Just because you're an old man, that's why you need to retire like you have. And Rodgers may come to that. Rodgers 40, bro. I remember when this man was like 26, 25 years old, and he was like the guy. And when he got that first ring, like
only ring.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like everybody still was like, "That's the guy. That's the guy." I think it took Patrick Mahomes to finally get people to quit calling Rodgers that guy. I mean, even Brady, Big Ben, all these, other quarterbacks, but they were still Rodgers. I've always liked the guy's talent, but his playoff record's bad.
Yeah.
He's got to look at himself. You can't blame the kids that he likes to do the past couple seasons. Like, bro, you've been a part of that team, and a lot of players have come and gone. Like, you need to look in the mirror, bro.
Yeah.
Getting old, Rodgers, and getting too much of that ayahuasca or whatever. Be chilling, getting intoxicated a little too much there. That's what he needs that $60 million for. He want to get that bag and disappear into the island somewhere. Like, what was the whole point of the darkness retreat?
Just, I guess, for him just to get away and to.
I was under the impression there was going to be a decision made after that.
Well,
that's the impression I was under. I'm not saying that's what he said, but that's the way I took it. I'm sure
I was thinking that.
I'm the only one that took it that way either.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I thought he was gonna immediately come on. I mean, not immediately, but get right on back onto the Pat McAfee show. But I guess I haven't been watching Pat just because I've been busy. But he said he didn't. He said he didn't know when the next time he just said we don't know when the next time we're going to see Aaron Rodgers is going to be. It could be a week after he's done. Could be 3 weeks after he's done.
Never know with him, man. He said I just seen something on Facebook and I refreshed it. It said he intended to play with the Jets. Man, don't tell me you ain't give a clear answer, bud. Yeah, it says his intention is to play for the Jets. Since Friday, my intention was to play for the New York Jets, Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show. Rodgers, 39, says it's up to the Packers and the Jets to finalize the trade. I haven't been holding anything up at this point. It's been compensation for the Packers that have been trying to get for me and kind of digging their heels. That is Pro Football Chase that reported that. So it's like, man, I ain't shocked though. This is who Aaron Rodgers is. He wanted that audience today, bro. You know it. He wanted to get some airtime somewhere. He's a me guy and not a team guy, bro. And I like Aaron Rodgers as a person. Dude gives good advice. I mean, he might not follow the advice he gives people, but he's a good guy. I mean, smart, intelligent dude. Sometimes he's too smart for his own good, though. Gets him in trouble, like tries to fool people with his words and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to look through that. Like I try to look past that crap. Like he's sneaky, man. Like you think he's got a doctoral degree times 5 in psychology or something because his brain's wired differently.
Yeah. That's like the one episode of the Pat McAfee show he was on, he said that professor at Cal told him that he wasn't going to get any special treatment because he was a football player, and that I guess he asked him what he was going to do with his life, and Rodgers said, "I'm going to play football at the NFL." And the professor said, "No, you're not." So then I guess because he got a bad grade on a paper and someone else got to redo it, and Rodgers wanted to redo it, and the professor said, "No, you're not going to be able to just redo it because you're a football player." But I don't know. I've become more of a fan of him just because he's been on Pat's show. But
yeah, you see him in a different light on there, you know.
The Aaron Rodgers book club is always fun.
Man, Aaron Rodgers is like the most daddest dude.
Yeah.
I bet if
Him and
he had some kids, he could have like a little story time with Mr. Rogers on YouTube and it would blow up. I mean, that man would sit there and read you a book and put you to sleep. I don't know what it is. He's intelligent, man. I give him that.
yeah.
So like I said, sometimes too smart. Bengals re-signed Travion Williams. That ain't breaking news. I already seen that. Bro, I'm scrolling like on the feed and it's just like everything's off-season news. Even though it might have been like old news from yesterday, but everything.
Yeah, I mean, looks like, of course, you know, as we jump on here, there's nothing really breaking for NFL wise, but we can talk a little bit about UFC this weekend.
Yeah, I know Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman 3. I'm excited for that. I do believe Usman is the more complete fighter, but Leon striking is just you can't just learn how to strike like him. A man's done it his whole life. But you know, the last fight he got dominated 23 minutes, dude. Like Usman beat the shit out of him for 23 minutes, but that kick not heard around the world. But now they're in London, so man, I don't know. Usman can't let that crowd get into his ears. And I don't think he fights like that. But some people also, you know, they don't come back from what he just went through.
Right.
But I like to think he's got a better game plan and he's not going to get funny. Like, he had his hands down. Like he was waiting for it or asking for it, I should say. And I know the co-main events, Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev. Only 2 fights I can recall off head without notes beside me, but that right there is potential fight of the night. I don't even want to make a prediction on that fight yet because it's a tough one to call. But fight of the night, absolutely, and it can go either way, and it's going to be violent and it's brutal, bloody, probably.
Yeah, and because they're over in London, the main card starts at 5.
Yeah, I like that actually, dude.
Oh, there was a fight canceled. Gunnar Nelson and Daniel Rodriguez was canceled, but it looks like Gunnar got put back onto the card and he's going to face Brian Barberena.
Barberena,
yeah, him.
I mentioned that
Jennifer Mala, Casey O'Neill, Marvin Vittori, and Roman Dolidze.
Marvin the Italian Dream Vittori. You said who he's fighting?
Roman Dolidze.
I want to lean with Marvin, but dude, Marvin sometimes he's a big punching bag. But a dude, he talks some jump, but he got a big old head. And the fights I recall him losing, he just gets pieced up, gets hit too much. He's been a title contender for a while. Was probably one of Italy's biggest fighters. But I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of Marvin's, man. He's kind of boring to me. Like, at least he can sell the fight. He can talk some shit. Then some people can't even do that. But when he get I'm gonna kill you, and he gets in there and hugging you and holding you against the cage, stomping your feet. Like, bro, that's not fighting. I mean, it is, but when you talk about you're gonna put somebody on a stretcher, don't come in here and be hugging. Like, bro, that's some professional wrestling stuff, man. I hate to say it that way because we don't really expect that person to be put on a stretcher in that arena, you know. But when UFC, I'm expecting that. Sometimes, you know, I haven't ever seen it in the UFC, knock on wood, but I've seen clips around the world in different combat sports. People die. I mean, they lose their life, bro.
Yeah.
I got nothing but respect for them. And you can't play around in a cage fight either. When you mess around and act stupid or try to stall, you can get hurt. I think
Dana White's power slap will not return to TBS for season 2. That was a day ago.
Yeah, he's on the Rumble app now.
I saw that's where the finals were, but I don't know. I didn't see anything like that they were just gonna only have it on that. I don't know if they I don't know if this is they didn't get renewed, like he's not bringing it back for season 2, or if it's just not going to be on TV yet. Oh, he revealed it on the Pat McAfee show.
Dana
I've come
White,
to a 2-year deal with Power Slap. We haven't come to a deal yet, but we have a short-term sheet. I have a term sheet with Rumble for the next 2 years to deliver 2 more episodes of the reality show. Power Slap, 8 live fights, and I'm working on a deal now to film season 2 on Fight Island in Abu Dhabi.
I was gonna say, he said yesterday Rumble was like Spike TV was to UFC. So I don't know if you got it's a paid subscription. I don't know. I've never heard of it, to be honest with you, but I did hear.
Yeah, I only know of it because of Steve Will Do It got banned from YouTube and then went over to Rumble, and then a whole bunch of other people like him were getting banned on. Andrew Tate's on there.
Damn, he's out of prison.
Or he was on there. Yeah, I know he got denied. He got denied again for bail, even though they don't have any evidence against him, or there's no case.
They just want to hold
something. I don't know.
They can. It's a mess, dude. He shouldn't be there, but he kind of knows why he's there too. I mean, he's kind of had a target on his back, even though he ain't really do anything wrong.
Right? Francis Ngannou. This was yesterday at 11 on MMAfighting.com. Ngannou responds to John Jones. Dana White, that fight. Where's John Jones at the time?
Repeat that last part. It kind of broke out there for a second. What did he say to John Jones?
He said, Francis Ngannou responds to John Jones. Dana White, I wanted that fight, but where was John Jones at the time?
Oh, man.
That's the headline article.
Kills me. Francis Ngannou priced himself out of that fight. And you see what John Jones just made, like $5.5 million in his return. Francis would have made the same thing. He was asking for 10, 20 million. Dana ain't gonna bend over that far, bud. He'll let you walk for that. Who's gonna you go pay? You do whatever you want to go do. Bare knuckle boxing, real boxing. I mean, you maybe make that there, but Dana White ain't doing that, bro. Dana White gave John Jones that $5 million, and that's a lot. And John Jones is the name of that fight, not no Francis.
Yeah.
Who sent the star? The silver star. That's a silver star.
Jumping in, I'm looking at that right now. I saw the Facebook user that left a comment. That was my friend Derek.
Nice.
I checked that out real quick. It looks like I got 3. There's 3 comments on the stream. Sweet. On my Facebook. My Aunt Jen.
That's nice, people, and some people will be back and see it later. Oh, and back onto that same card we were just talking about. Oh no, this is actually I got a little too ahead of myself. And there's a couple events in a row. April 8th, you got Burns and Masvidal. It was the main event, and then May 6th, Oliveira and Dariush. I'm not sure if those are pay-per-views or all ESPN Plus. I'm not sure offhand exactly what that is. You also have the quarterfinal set in males singles tennis at the Indian Wells. And we got Carlos Alcaraz, and he's matched up with the 8 seed Felix Auger. I don't even know how to say that last name. Aliassime. Got Taylor Fritz and Janik Sinner. You got Daniil Medvedev and Alejandro Davidovich Falkina. And then you got Cameron. I don't even know hardly any of these guys. My goats, I guess, I don't even know. They ain't even participating in this. I like hockey, but not hockey. I like tennis, but I don't really keep up with it like that. I mean, if I'm out at the park and somebody wants to play tennis, that's fun. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to stay with golf, man. I cannot sit there and watch golf at all. I just can't do it. And I have nothing but respect for golfers. I go out there on the course and have some fun, but I don't know. Some sports is like that with me, dude. I just can't. Like bowling, perfect example. I don't know who turns on the TV and says, let's watch bowling. I don't do it. But you asked me to go bowling? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Same with corn. I mean, I don't mind watching cornhole just because it's always entertaining being on. I mean, those guys are on ESPN playing cornhole. Like bowling, though, I never really watch bowling. I like to play. I'm hopefully going to go bowling this Saturday, but I play on the Switch. I loved Wii bowling. Not into tennis at all. I don't really care for it. Pickleball though. I want to play pickleball again. I played that. I was just telling my friend at work, played pickleball in 10th grade, and me and my friend, we won. We beat everyone in the class. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's sick. I haven't played that in years, bro. Since I was probably in high school. You know, the odds have been released for the chances for the men's in the NCAA championship, and Alabama is the favorite. Of course.
I just saw a thing about Penn State having a practice at the Wells Fargo Center. I wanted to say something about that. I was so bummed. I was bummed whenever Penn State lost Saturday in the Big Ten championship, but
sad.
But I knew they were still gonna be in the tournament. But I got two teams. I have three big college teams for basketball: West Virginia, Villanova, and Penn State. And lately Penn State hasn't been anything but hockey and football.
Right.
And then West Virginia, same with. I mean, they're more. I guess they're always pretty good at basketball. Bob Huggins is a really good coach. But West Virginia plays Maryland tomorrow at 12:15.
Beat me to it. I was trying to say the same thing. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think the Terps is as good as they've been in years, but sometimes those are the years they make noise. So it's hard to tell. Like just like you see with North Carolina before the season, they were number one and expected to be in this and nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
and I really like
that's the first time ever.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, the first four was, I think, yesterday. Looks like Texas A&M CC beat Southeastern Missouri 75-71. Pitt beat Mississippi State 60-59. Texas Southern, they're playing right now. I think they played. Yeah, they played today. And then Arizona State, Nevada, they play tonight. Texas Southern plays F. Dickinson.
F. Dickinson.
But, yeah, I always just pick the teams that I like. I've been doing March Madness since like 2007, and I've picked Villanova to win it every single year.
Oh wow!
Now they're not in it, so I went with Penn State just to go for that Cinderella story.
Yeah, I like March Madness. That's really when I really start to focus on college hoops the most.
Yeah, that's the only time I'm really watching basketball, other than the NBA playoffs or when LeBron's playing. That's it.
Yeah, they got a big NBA game tonight with the Warriors and the Clippers. Not sure about every matchup. A lot of guys are hurt. Like a lot of stars are hurt. LeBron, Luka, Zion. This is just off ahead. And when these stars are hurt, it's like some fans might not want to tune in. You know, I hate to say it like that. So I'll watch the games if I want to, but I'm kind of like I'm more of a highlight guy with basketball. You know, I love the sport. I grew up a Spurs fan, big basketball guy, but I don't find it's hard for me to watch games in full.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, football on TV though, I don't miss a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for it.
Some sports just don't garner my interest the way they should. Like I love combat sports. I don't get tired of that. I was telling somebody that the other day. I said, man, some stuff like UFC and football and video games, reading. I mean, I put a lot of time in that. You put a 2-hour movie on it, I feel like it's a chore to watch it.
Oh, see, so it's funny you say. Speaking of movies and getting into that space, Michael B. Jordan was said in an interview that he is trying to start a Creed verse at Amazon across film and TV. He wants some potential projects include a Creed anime series, a Creed live action companion series, and a project about Creed's daughter Amara. And there's also Ivan and Victor Drago is in the works as a Creed spinoff.
I like Michael B. Jordan, man. He's got some good films and he works hard.
Yeah. The fourth one,
with it.
Creed 3 was really good. That was the first movie that he's ever directed. He did a really good job. The shots were awesome. It was really, really good.
I've been wanting to catch
I enjoyed it.
Scream 6, but I hate the timing of the Scream movie. Why couldn't this come out last Halloween or this Halloween?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've never March and we're going to release Scream 6. Like, really?
I was never really into those.
I love Scream, bro. Scream, it's cheesy, but it's good. It's not supposed to be cheesy, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a horror movie, yeah, but I don't know. I if you go back to the Scream character itself, like off a Scary Movie, I'm sure you've watched the Scary Movie.
I think that's probably why. I think that's probably why I'm not really big into any of those, because I watched the Scary Movie and I'm like, okay, yeah. This is just not my thing.
You ever watch Shaun of the Dead?
Nope.
Man, that's a good movie. I would say that's a damn good movie, bro. And me, I don't watch many movies. The older I get, the less I watch movies or TV. I mean, it's crazy. I say that, but I can get on here and play video games or read sports articles, listen to sports all that, like no problem. But
yeah,
certain shows or certain movies, it really feels like a chore, and I get anxious, man. I can't sit there and do it. When I go in a movie theater, it's like that, bro. It's like, man, it's a chore to sit here for 3 hours, and I don't really want to.
Yeah, I love it. I love movies.
I'm just a weird dude like that. I'd be better off having a movie theater built in my house, because I'd be able to pause and walk out that.
Yeah,
I'm just weird like that.
Yeah,
bro. Certain things with me is just it's crazy. Not saying I don't like that stuff or don't partake in it, but it takes something really, really great to hook me, to have me like that. And it's been a while since I've been hooked, man. Even lately, wrestling, like some storylines I'm really liking, and some things I'm really not liking. You know, like that Brock and Omos segment the other day was just dumb. Like, you couldn't even get Brock over the top rope hardly, man. You the Giant now. You know?
Yeah.
This match's gonna be ugly, and part of me just wants to watch it to see how ugly and how many botches there is. Are they gonna make Omos try to look stiff? Or, I mean, what are they gonna do here? Or is Brock gonna come out here and own them? Or are they gonna throw the wrench and let Omos get the biggest win of his career? I'd hope not.
I'm looking on Facebook right now. 2 hours ago, PWP Nation posted a screenshot from Twitter. Brock Lesnar and Omos segment from Raw is about to hit 1 million views on WWE's YouTube channel, and it's the most viewed segment from Monday's show by almost 500,000 views.
Dude, this is because of Brock.
There's not.
It
has to be. There's not 500,000 people that want to see Omos. And the crowd was chanting.
That's why
chanting they put during
them together. I guarantee you that's why they put these two together, because that people are going to view it because of Brock Lesnar, and they're going to get to know Omos. A lot of people, like outside of that, like casual fans, don't even know who Omos is. So now that the mainstream people will get to know him, and they'll get to see on a big stage, he ain't that good. I mean, he's going to have eyes he has never performed in front of before. This is a whole new world.
He's barely even performed.
He
couldn't wrestle his way out of a plastic bag.
Bro, somebody compared him on one of these forums to Giant Gonzalez. And I'm like, dog, they ain't wrong. But man, if I was being compared to Giant Gonzalez, and I'm known for a disqualification loss to The Undertaker in a very, very bad match, that's what I'm known for, I'd be trying to change it up.
Yeah.
I want, Omos, man, and just because you got MVP as a mouthpiece, that ain't saving you in the ring, bro. He got a lot of work. I mean, he's jacked. I'm sure he's a freak in the gym. Like, don't get me wrong. But he's got a lot of. He needs to go to developmental or NXT, and You need to rebrand.
He just needs to go. He needs to go right to the unemployment line, or go to AEW. Go to AEW with one of their other big dude. Sing.
That's all you gotta do. Tell me security for WWE, bro.
No, not even that. I don't want him anywhere near. Actually, I don't even want him near either AEW or WWE. He can just go.
Tony Khan be licking them chops though. If Omos got cut, he probably would be thinking about it.
Well, and what about the newly named Garcia twins, Nikki and Brie? They're done in WWE. Yeah. They've rebranded. Their YouTube channel's gone. Everything.
I like it. I mean, I've learned a lot with these people like in WWE and some other businesses. I'm sure the same way. Like, I think who went through it? What's her name? Mercedes Moné. Like when she left WWE,
so
like she lost like her blue check and lost like the Sasha account. But it's crazy like how that is.
No, I don't think she necessarily lost it. I think she just had to
yeah, but she
had to read
WWE.
She had to rename it.
Yeah, she had to change everything. Right. Bro. There was a period she didn't have that blue check too.
Yeah, I don't.
That period she was like social media and everything.
Yeah, but she's not really one that's even big on that anyway. Besides, like here and there.
But I haven't really kept up with her lately, to be honest. I've seen some photos and some stuff she's been doing, and I'm happy for her. But
yeah, I don't care for New Japan. I just never watched it. So yeah, I don't know where to watch it. I don't care to watch it.
You can watch it on some bootleg streams. That's about the only place I know for it. Because if I have to buy an app to watch it, I ain't spending no money for it.
Yeah, yeah. See, for me, if I have to go through all the trouble of finding a stream that's not going to break down every 5 minutes, then I'm just not going to watch it. I'd rather pay for it, but
yeah, certain things like certain UFC events I'll pay for, but certain ones I don't want to pay for. I'll be honest there. Like that John Jones one, I know it was kind of high, but some people buy them every damn week. I ain't doing that. I might buy 3 or 4 a year, bro. And it's got to be Connor or John Jones. Like it's got to be somebody I want to see, and not just one fight. It's interesting. I'm probably not gonna get it. I got lucky. Valentino was on the card too, another favorite of mine. So
yeah,
it worked out good for me. But like I said, I remember when these damn things were $34.95, and they ain't making me sick, man. Like, you should be paying us to watch this and talk about it. Oh, yeah. Ariel Helwani had a stacked show going on today, too, dude.
I just saw a preview of it, but I scrolled right on past it. 6 minutes ago, NFL on Fox, they have a graphic with RODGERS. I love you, Green Bay. I'm as sad as some of you are, but we'll meet again.
He is not sad one bit. He might miss the fans, but he ain't going to be sad. Aaron Rodgers wants all this attention, bro. He wants them to think he's sad. I'm just ready for the same with Lamar. I'm just ready for this to get over with, man. Send your ass on to Green Bay. Lamar figure. I mean, if you're gonna sit Lamar or whatever, I don't know what he's gonna be doing, but that's how I feel about some of them two specifically. Like they get it done.
From the ringside, LA Knight reportedly set for a substantial push after WrestleMania 39.
I like LA Knight, man. That's pretty solid.
I've been seeing stuff that him and Stone Cold are going to have a match at WrestleMania.
I've seen that on some dirt sheets too. I'll believe it when I see it. That was hard for me to get behind. I'm not saying I'd hate it because I'd love it, but that's hard for me to see. I'd rather see Stone Cold come back than Goldberg.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Stone Cold's safe, man. I mean, he's very, very safe. Goldberg is not.
Other matches that have been added. Also, Seth Rollins and Logan, they're going to be on night 1, which is Logan's birthday. So hopefully he gets a win over the Visionary for his birthday. Cody broke the news that him and Roman will be on night 2. So they're going to main event night 2. I still think Rhea and Charlotte are going to main event night 1.
They should. I mean, they honestly deserve it.
I think they from here, if they continue to do 2 nights, they should have
the male
the women do. Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I agree.
Bianca and Asuka definitely
if nowhere, the titles are all
not
split,
anywhere near the main event.
It worked out good because you could have a main and a co-main of a male and a woman on night 1, and then just do the same thing night 2. I mean, you really can't tell what they are now, but being Roman's got both them belts hostage is tricky with that. I'm ready for them things to split, dude.
Yeah, hopefully they do. But Bianca, she's stale. Asuka, her return was cool, and now it's just back to her being weird and dancing around and all that.
That crap, man.
Brock and Omos, don't care for it. I thought this said Gunther versus Sheamus or Drew for the Intercontinental title, but I think something weird is going to happen Friday, and it's just going to end up being a triple threat.
Oh yeah, just hyping up for it, getting you ready, laying down the foundation.
And then Theory and Cena for the United States Championship, and then 6-woman tag: Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control.
I'm going with the old school.
And Becky.
Yep. Well, Becky's kind of got that old school to her now herself, man. You know, even though she ain't that old school, but her style is. She definitely ain't like these new pretty girls. And nothing like that. But I'd be shocked if Becky, Lita, and Trish lost. I would be shocked.
I don't know what can Damage Control do after if they lose.
That's the beauty of the night after WrestleMania, man. That's the craziest Monday Night Raw of the year. New season. So we don't know what to expect.
Because I don't think they would go and split Bailey, Dakota, and Io just yet, right?
I'd hope not. They got a nice thing going on, man. They got the crowd involved with them, and
and Bailey just said with Ariel Helwani she wants to add 2 more. She would like to add 2 more girls to the group.
I can see this thing going, to maybe next year, the end of this year, maybe. I mean, you never know, but I could see this thing going.
Because SummerSlam would be a year since they made this group up.
I think that Cody, I gotta go. I mean, I wouldn't hate Jay winning because Jay's definitely phenomenal. But Cody, I feel he's kind of in a way forced, but this is his moment, I feel like. And I wish I belt personally.
I'd rather if it has to be someone, it can be Cody. I would like Seth. I would like Seth over Jay. I wanted Cody to beat him for the WWE title, split him.
Yeah.
Roman to keep the Universal, hit 1,000, and then have another match against Seth at Backlash. Since there's unfinished business for from the Rumble 2 years ago, because Seth is the only one to have a win over Roman. It was a DQ, but it was still a win. The last match that was just added this Monday on Raw was Edge and Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell.
We needed a match like that, something just different. But it's Mania, you know what I'm saying? Need something crazy. You got to stack the deck on that, man.
I would think the Usos will have a match. The tag titles will definitely be on one of the nights. I would think Ray and Dom will be. I think it's going to be Sami and Kevin against the Usos. I do.
Yeah, I see that too.
Dom and Ray, they'll probably have their match. I saw on Twitter someone said have Dom attack Ray on night 1 during the Hall of Fame
that's how
segment.
I see it. That's how I see it.
And then set it up for night 2.
That's really how I see it going down. If it's anything else, I'd be surprised, but enough people were talking about seeing it that way, maybe they throw a curveball.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Everybody starts seeing things the same way, and then it's the opposite. Imagine Rey Mysterio stands firm, and you ain't getting this match, boy. I told you. That ain't gonna happen. But
No.
imagine.
No.
I would like that. You know, I would. But honestly, I mean, maybe Ray makes him look good. It's hard to have a bad match with Ray.
But yeah, I was wanting a ladder match for the titles, like to win an opportunity for each one. I mean, you could
That's
do
asking
that.
a lot for Ray at this age, though. Mr. High and Fly, even though he still gets down, but man, it's crazy how long he's been high flying, dude.
Oh, I didn't mean like Ray being that. I'm talking about like the Street Profits and I mean the Viking Raider. You know, you can do Gargano and Dexter Loomis, just to keep it fresh and to have more faces on the card. But then again, Triple H wants a smaller card, so I guess that's out of the
card. Triple H got it going 2 nights. I want a smaller card. Triple H crazy sometimes. I love Triple H, but he wild. I personally was stat. It's WrestleMania, man. I stat today.
That's what he's planning to do for next year, is what's being said right now. So
I'd go all out. I wouldn't care, man. I mean, any celebrities coming, I mean, we be big partying. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
we can.
I'm sure
the card at Backlash.
Yep, Backlash is going to be in Puerto Rico, May 6th.
About Bad Bunny, isn't it?
Yeah,
I feel that. Yeah, I feel it. I probably won't even be watching it live. I'll probably record it.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it live, but that's just because I watch them all live.
Recording button, man. That's my baby.
Well, that'll be on Peacock, so you don't even got to record that.
No, just go turn it there and click it and get where I got to go. I love
that'll be
Fire Stick, man.
That'll be May 6th, and then May 27th is King and Queen of the Ring. Sweet. That is over in Jeddah. So they got 2. So they must not be doing a December pay-per-view again, because this is 2 premium live events in May, and they're supposed to put on, I think, 14 a year is what their deal is with Peacock. And then you got Money in the Bank in July in London, SummerSlam in August in Detroit, and then that is the last one that we know of right now. So they could go, might not get a Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view.
That's all right. I mean, you could always slap a Hell in a Cell match on any paper or
yeah. I think that's what they've asked Triple H before, if he's going to continue to do that type of stuff and book those stipulation matches just onto pay-per-views and not name the pay-per-view after the stipulation.
It's so much better that way.
I think Extreme Rules will stay a pay-per-view.
That one I can understand. It's kind of playing homage to ECW, so
yeah,
I kind of understand that one. But then again, you know, when you got Extreme Rules and then the street fight, it's a little too similar. No holds barred. They all kind of get a little too similar.
Yeah.
I used to be a big.
I mean, I will say I've been to the two pay-per-views that I've been to were both Extreme Rules, in 2019 and then last year, and they were both awesome.
Oh, I believe it.
The 2019, there wasn't many stipulations. And then this year's, every match had a stipulation.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
That was the first ever wrestling event that I ever went to.
First one I went to was like in 06. Well, WWE wise, I went to a few different like local things or out of town guys that come into your high school and throw shows. I've been to a few of them though, and I met Buff Bagwell. I got pictures of him and signatures from him. Met the Midnight Express. Mankind and The Rock were supposed to be there, but they didn't make it. The DDP was there. I think Dusty Rhodes was there, man. There's a lot of people there at that event. But I was like 8 years old then, bro. But
awesome.
I went to the Florence Civic Center, which is Florence is a city a couple hours away from me down here. And it was an episode of SmackDown in like 06. And I remember watching The Undertaker and King Booker. I remember that was like the headline of the card. And yeah, when the Undertaker come out, that shit's different.
So I'm looking at the card from the 2019 Extreme Rules right now, and the two kickoff show matches were Shinsuke and Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title, Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship, which is now an NXT title. Then to open the pay-per-view, The Undertaker and Roman defeated Shane and Drew in a no-holds-barred tag team match.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I did get to see The Undertaker live in my first ever live experience show of wrestling. And then the Revival and the Usos, they beat the Usos for the Raw tag titles.
A rare
Alistair,
Uso.
True. And then it's funny, these two guys are both in AEW now. Alistair Black beat Cesaro in a singles match.
Mm-hmm.
Bayley beat Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss by pinfall in a handicap match for the SmackDown Women's title. That was back when Bayley just won Money in the Bank, and that was awesome. I enjoyed seeing Bayley in action. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley in a last man standing match. That was sick. They went all over the arena, but I was too high up for me to be anywhere close to them. But so it was kind of hard to see whenever they started moving around. But it was cool to see the spotlight following them.
I felt like Brock and Bobby would have a similar feud, man. It just kind of ended dry.
Yeah,
ended flat.
The New Day beat Daniel Bryan and Rowan and Heavy Machinery in a triple threat match for the SmackDown tag titles. So I got to see the New Day.
Man, that's probably about that time I was starting to get sick of the New Day. I mean, I like Kofi and all them, you know, but I just got tired of them as a tag team. Like when that music would come on, I was changing the channel. It ain't no good day or new day, whatever you want to say. It's irritating. But I hated how Kofi lost the belt to Brock on Fox. Man,
yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. I wish,
Fox just wanted Brock, man.
Oh, you know what? I mean, I think they did that just so they did that because Brock can go to either brand, and that was right after Seth dropped the Universal title that was the Raw title to Bray Wyatt, to The Fiend. So then he took that title to Fox. So then they had to switch the WWE title to Raw. So that's why they did that. And rather than just saying, all right, we're just going to put Kofi on Raw, let's give it to Brock, and then Brock can go to Raw and then lose it to someone from Raw. So that's why they did that.
They should have let him put up a fight, though. They made him look so weak.
There was another moment that made someone look weak because of Brock, but I'm getting to that. The main event. Mm-hmm. The New Day, they beat Daniel Bryan and Rowan, Heavy Machinery. That I can't. Tucker, we haven't seen or anything from him, and it feels like years now.
Yeah, it does.
AJ Styles, and this was when the first time the OC was in WWE. He beat Ricochet for the United States title. Kevin Owens beat Dolph Ziggler in another singles match. Both, I mean, this was Extreme Rules, and there was like no stipulations, a couple. Kofi Kingston beat Samoa Joe for the WWE title. So this was during Kofi's run before he got squashed by Brock.
I hated that so much.
And then Seth and Becky. This was my match of the night. The only match that I wanted to see. Seth and Becky against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans in a winners take all Extreme Rules mixed tag match for the Universal and Raw Women's Championship. So this match went, huh?
So I remember that. That was a nice match.
This match went nearly 20 minutes. And I think it was somewhere in between, in the middle of the night, Paul Heyman came out and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar will cash in tonight." And that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. And sure enough, he did. He spoiled it. Because after Seth and Becky won, I'm like, all right, let's go. Go home happy. And then all of a sudden, Brock's music hit.
Brock's got a habit of like breaking hearts, man, and sending people home sad.
And it was weird because the arena was cheering for him.
That's how they are. They'll cheer and then they'll be sad when they realize what just happened.
And then in 17 seconds, he squashed Seth.
Fucking Brock, man. You look at some of his later UFC fights, the way he got beat up, like some of these squashes ain't that justified, man. Even though he's a legitimate badass, don't get me wrong, but CM Punk went over to the UFC and lost, obviously, but you ain't ever gonna see CM Punk squash somebody just because he fought MMA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some squash matches I'm not really big on at all. But sometimes it's justified. But like Brock and Goldberg, I can kind of see when they have squashes, because it's believable when both of them, but sometimes it just don't make sense. I really like Brock and Taker's feud back in the day, man. Like from 02 all the way into their final match.
Yeah.
They had chemistry.
A little bit before I got into it, sadly.
If you ever got time, man, look up the 2002 No Mercy Hell in a Cell match with Brock and Taker. And they might even have the promo to fill you in on the build up to it.
Right.
It was a great match, man. Very bloody, very violent. It wasn't about said Baron Corbin for some reason. It wasn't no Mox cutting or Ric Flair cutting type stuff, but man, it was a rough match.
Yeah. Yeah, I threw on WrestleMania 18 or 21 last night just because I wanted something to fall asleep to.
I mean, it was a true passing of the guard type event. With Batista.
I watched Edge win Money in the Bank, and then I ended up falling asleep.
Dude, that's so much history was made pretty much on that WrestleMania. It's crazy. Like Edge winning the Money in the Bank, Cena winning the belt, Batista. That was really like the changing of the guard, man. And it's crazy. Then you fast forward to about 10 months after that, Edge won his first WWE title. So it's pretty crazy. The path Edge has been on, it's wild. I think he's held more championships than anybody in WWE history. I believe he's got like 27 championships. I mean, most
I believe that.
But that's just off head. I don't have no. I believe he is the record holder for most championships, though. Yeah, Cena might be Mr. 16-time WWE, but when you factor in every title Edge has had, it's crazy. I know he's had a lot. I've watched him a long time. I miss whenever he had the Brood going on with like Gangrel and Christian.
Yeah,
I know that's a little before your time. That was some good wrestling back in those days. Gangrel was a freaky man, bro. You ever seen what he looked like? Gangrel, like this vampire type character. He suck your blood.
Oh.
Had the craziest teeth. Yeah, it has some weird gimmicks, dude. I'm telling you, I've seen it all.
So I just looked up the most who has won the most WWE championships of all time. Here are the top 10. The Rock has 17. He's an 8-time WWE champion, 5-time tag team champion, 2-time WCW, and 2-time Intercontinental. And then it's Christian with 18, 9-time tag team, 4-time Continental, 2-time World Heavyweight, 2-time ECW, 1-time European. Then it's Jeff Hardy, 6-time tag team, 5 Intercontinental, 2 World Heavyweight, 1 WWE, 1 European, 1 United States, 1 SmackDown, 1 Raw, 1 WCW, all tag team. Then it's 6. There's 2. The Miz and Randy Orton both have 20. Oh, this is a lot. 8-time Intercontinental, 4-time tag team, 2-time WWE, 2-time United States, 2-time SmackDown, 2-time World for The Miz. And then Randy is 10-time WWE, 4-time World, 2-time Raw, 1-time Intercontinental, United States, World, and SmackDown tag team titles. And then Kofi has 22, which I think most of his are tag team, obviously. And then the one WWE. Triple H with 24. Unified WWE tag team, 2-time tag team WWF, European Intercontinental. Chris Jericho with 25 is tied with John Cena with 25. And then number 1 is Edge with 31.
They ain't had more than I thought. What did I say, 27?
Yeah.
Man, I knew you had the most. I was confident about that.
Yep.
The man's, I don't know a belt he ain't won, really. He's a Grand Slam champion. I know that.
The Universal title. The Universal title.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of had a soft side for Edge after he won that Royal Rumble. I wouldn't have been mad if he would have won, but I understood how big the Roman thing was going. So I wasn't mad that Roman went over either. But part of me I would like to see Edge with a belt before he hangs him up. I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't, but like you get it at a pay-per-view, drop it a week later. I mean, he probably thinks the same way. He probably want another belt to his name, like that Universal, maybe.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to wait to hit 1,000 days like everybody else, I think.
Yeah, I would love to see Roman hit 1,000 days, and then he can drop it immediately. Then he can wait even longer and drop it. It could be at SummerSlam. I mean, at this point, I think SummerSlam would be
it's ideal.
Yeah.
Usually, if a title don't change hands at a Mania, SummerSlam is the next big ideal event.
Yeah.
For that to happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love SummerSlam. SummerSlam has always been one of my favorite events, pay-per-views growing up. They used to always be fun. They used to really be packed, stacked cards in the party of the summer. Vengeance was straight too back in the day, like the early Vengeances, like where Chris Jericho won the first undisputed championship, and like he beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one night. I can hear him saying that right now. He's still he's gonna die carrying that line, but he ain't gonna tell you he couldn't do it alone though.
You just made the list.
Yep, man, that list. You know, I think didn't he used to do the list in WCW too? I think like
that I don't know.
I want to say he did, and he just kind of brought it back with the gimmick in WWE. And then I like the list though. I think it's funny. Dude, he's been wrestling since the 80s, or either early 90s or late 80s. I don't know which one, but he's been professionally at least. Ain't no telling how long he's, done that in the gyms and training and stuff and learning the craft.
Right. AW preview for tonight. The TNT title is I guess going to be on the line. MJF, the Outcasts are all planned for tonight.
Sweet. Yeah, definitely. I got MJF.
Jade Cargill will defend the TBS championship in an open challenge. The Outcasts will speak. QT Marshall debuts the episode of Quality TV with new TNT champion Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm sure that's going to be similar to Miz TV.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, Adam Page versus John Moxley for the ROH Pure Champion and ROH Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta. It's a 6-man tag. So Mox, Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli are facing Stu, Evil Uno, Adam Page.
Yeah.
And then you got the Trios Championship, House of Black, the Elite, and Jericho Appreciation Society. So your boy Chris Jericho will be on tonight.
I got to go with House of Black though in that. But Chris Jericho is my boy though. He's been my boy a long time.
Yeah. He was. I enjoyed watching him.
You can make he ain't my GOAT, but I've seen arguments that people have made him their GOAT, and I mean, he has a very good case. like I said, the Undertaker's my GOAT. You know, Roman's your GOAT, but Chris Jericho really does make a good case. I've seen the arguments. Not hating on Jericho. Just I see Roman's side too. To me, it's the dead man. Just the consistency, man. But Roman of this era, nobody's touching him at all. Like he's running the whole show now, bro. Ain't no denying that. And he might one day surpass the Undertaker for me, but where it stands right now, I can't do it. But that's no knock on Roman, bro. There's ain't many people doing it like Roman Reigns today.
No. MJF, maybe.
Yeah. Oh man, I really hope
not
over.
I want MJF on the MJF on the mic, yes, but MJF in the ring, maybe. I guess you could say with the 60-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah, he's good.
But he says he's a special attraction. He's like Andre the Giant. He's not going to wrestle as much.
I love MJF, but man, but sometimes it's that talking that gets people talking about him too, though. He is a special attraction. That's kind of reaching saying you Andre now. Andre was like, even though the skills was not good, like they really weren't. But when you see that man, like you in awe. Yeah. And Vince McMahon, ever since Andre, he's wanted to replace that. Why do you think Omos come around? Like you just can't replace that though. Like you either have it or don't. And Andre simply walking over the ropes. I think he was one of the first guys that invented like stepping over the top rope.
Yeah.
And like people see him do that and like, damn. Like Andre was massive, dude. I remember when he would like wrestle King Kong Bundy and he'd throw him around like a sack of potatoes. King Kong Bundy said he didn't like to wrestle him because he was stiff. And apparently Andre didn't really like him. And I heard if Andre didn't like you, it was a rough night. Yeah. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Macho Man Randy Savage. He used to lube up, bro. And Andre used to tell him, like, don't lube. Like, he couldn't barely speak English. He was French, but he would be like, no lube.
Yeah.
He getting that ring lubed up, Andre make him suffer. He slapped the shit out of his chest, bro, and real headbutts. Like, and Macho would say it. If he didn't do what he was supposed to, Andre made his life hell.
Yeah.
There was days Andre
it's funny.
Out a beer and get gassy, and he would like gas on you, bro. I ain't even lying. He was petty if he didn't like it.
It's funny how they portray Andre in Young Rock. It's not like that at all.
No. He had a good side and a bad side. All right, that's the honest truth about Andre. If he loved you, he loved you. But if he didn't, he was dead to him, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna sell anything.
Yeah.
Like he was hard-headed, bro. And I don't blame him when the man tells you no lube, don't wear no damn lube out there. I'm sure Andre's a little on the slower side, so him trying to grab you and slipping around, that's not easy for him.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him either. I'd want to probably be lubed up wrestling his big self too. Imagine him just falling on top of you. Like that's a lot of weight.
I'm all right.
Yeah. But he was special. He's special.
Yeah. That was a lot of wrestling we just broke down.
And people love it, man. People always say they like the wrestling and stuff. Good thing Matt was telling me the other day. He was like, "Yeah, Friday, me and you probably really can't talk much combat or wrestling." I'm like, "Bro, me and Nick will probably touch on most of that today." I pretty much know what my guests like or what I can talk with. This depends on who the guest is, really. Like if you by yourself, you can do whatever you want, but like that's how I try to do when I do these. Like pretty much me and you can rock with anything if it interests us. I mean, we really can, but not everybody else. Some people might like this, some people might like that. Tony might be coming back. I think he told me about the 18th. He has to decide to reactivate Facebook or they're going to completely cancel it. So,
wow.
And he wants to come back for the marketplace and the group. So, but he don't know what he's going to do yet. But I was going to say maybe one day get a baseball pod, try to get Tony on with us too, you know.
Right.
I would think no more than 4 at a time. I think 4 guys at a time could rock right, you know. But if you like 6 or 8, it's too much.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think what Matt was saying, if we could get Rocky when his guy and him together, that would be perfect. Because I'd want to have Matt on there too, since he had a connection.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That would be fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely be down for that.
Different mindsets. A guy that's played the sport at a college and at professional level, so it'd be interesting, man. It's just open different doors, different ways to keep doing this stuff, man. That's what excites me. Just different avenues with this stuff, man.
Yep. And now putting it out to more Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, everything. Yeah, that's only going to help.
I'm gonna try to get my Apple straight today. I was messing with it this morning, and I had the wrong ID saved to it. That's why it never. So basically my whole thing ain't even been posting on Apple, but I'm gonna get it straight.
Oh, for Apple. Okay. Yeah. I
Twitch going, and I'm gonna try to get. There was a few different things I seen on the. It ain't I don't even remember. I feel stupid. Don't even know what the name of the app's called right now. But they changed it. It's straight up.
Anchor.
Spotify. Yeah, it's like straight up. They ain't even called that no more, I don't think, bro.
Yeah. I was having trouble logging into that the other day whenever I was trying to upload the audio from our last one. But I was able to get into it. I forget how I did. I think if you just Google anchor.fm, it'll take you to the actual to the same login.
Yeah, I'm in it. I never got logged out or nothing, but it just don't say Anchor no more on the app. It just says podcasters, which that's fine. I mean, it's the same thing, but it threw me off earlier because I was looking specifically for that, and I couldn't find the app name that I was looking for, and I ended up seeing the purple. I was like, oh, okay. But it's nice, dude. I think I got to set up that thing. I can set up where I can have that introduction to the host read thing or whatever that is. I can set that up.
Right. The ad yet?
Yeah, it's a start.
The ad.
Yeah, they just I just was eligible for it. I was never eligible for it before, but for some reason I am right now.
I guess the last thing that I have thinking of to talk about is Logan Paul is going to return to the boxing ring this year.
Yeah, looking like Darren Till.
Yeah, thanks to Dodo Danis, we know that now.
I hope that's the case because Danis he don't deserve no airtime.
He's really just trying to stay relevant.
He's lucky
by using the Paul's names, just like Floyd.
Yeah, he he was leeching off Connor's name at one point. Man, he just whoever's in the public eye and was hot and was being trendy, he wants a part of it.
Yep.
I think he was tweeting at John Jones last week, knowing dang on well you are not going to fight John Jones.
I saw a tweet. It said Jake and Floyd are in private negotiations for a professional boxing bout.
They should. After that scene at the Miami Heat game, yeah. I think they should fight after that for sure.
I don't know if Jake doesn't want it to be an exhibition. He wants it to be legit. He wants it to be legit. I don't think Floyd will do it. Probably if it's not an exhibition.
Floyd got that 50 to go, and he just don't want to risk it no more.
He's not going to risk it.
I don't blame him either, man. He's almost 50. I mean, I get it. He can go out there and look like Anderson Silva one of these days at the end of his career. And it's not smart that he keeps doing these exhibitions, in my opinion, either.
He has 5 planned for the rest of this year in 5 different countries.
The thing with those, I've noticed, like it's a spar.
Yeah,
Floyd can knock your ass out, but the opponent can't knock him out.
Yeah,
it should not be that way.
There's also.
Do you see the way he blitzed that Asian dude? I forgot.
Yeah, is that the one where he just blitzed? Is that the one where he just sat? Is that the same fight where he just sat on top of the ring, the ropes after or during the break?
This is an exhibition, and like you blitzing him like it's a straight up fight. And I'm sure that the Asian, I'm sure you hear me.
Yeah, I got you now.
I'm sure the Asian guy was under the impression this is a light spar exhibition because the way he opened the fight, it looked that way. And Floyd, next thing you know, 100 miles an hour in his face, throwing deadly combinations, beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if Floyd can do that, the other guy should be able to try to do that.
Yeah.
I get it ain't easy to beat up Floyd Mayweather, but it shouldn't be an exhibition one way.
Yeah.
Because that's why I don't watch that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's crap. It's crap.
I didn't watch Floyd and Deji.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I seen the highlights, but I wasn't gonna watch it live or pay for it. No.
And now apparently there's also talk about KSI and Floyd against Salt Papi and Manny Pacquiao in a tag team boxing match.
I seen that like while we were talking on here. Actually, I come across that. They need to chill, dude. These pro boxers, if you want to rematch Pac-Man Floyd, do it and let the other two do their thing. This tag team shit ain't it, man.
Yeah, I didn't watch the debut of that was on the same weekend as AEW Revolution. I was watching the Misfits card, but I didn't get to see the tag team match. But my friend watched the replay of it, and he said it was pretty good. It was entertaining. But
I might have to go back and browse some highlights, maybe. I mean, I didn't give it no shot. I hadn't even looked it up, bro. I mean, I know basically like the results of the card, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I think that Revolution and I think UFC had something going on the same night, so something was going on, so I wasn't too interested. Even I had no reason to watch it, really.
Yeah, I think
desperate.
Yeah, I think there was that was the last UFC event because that's why I'm assuming that's why Revolution was on Sunday, not Saturday.
Yeah, smart business, man. Don't want to have pay-per-views all at the same time, mess up each other's money.
Now, Tony Khan's just scared to do that because WWE does that.
Yeah.
They had Money in the Bank on the same night as the UFC event in the same city.
Vince don't care.
Both in Vegas.
Right, either. They're gambling, man. Tony Khan is too, but dang, bro, he's a little.
He's not there yet.
Sometimes he looks a little wired up on cocaine to me, man. I don't know what it is. He's like the opposite of his dad.
Yeah.
I don't like his dad's muscle.
He's they better find some more money to throw at Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and MJF, or they're gonna end up losing all of them.
Papa Shaw's the one with the money, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to do his chores.
It was I mean, I don't remember what it was. It was joking, but it was like the Woody toy being thrown, and it was like Tony Khan when he's done playing with his toys, his dad bought him, referring to AEW. Which it was a joke now, but it still made me laugh. It's like it's true. I'm sure his dad had to stand and forking money over for that. Dad's rich. That was nothing for him. The football franchise costs some more.
Football, soccer. They're part of soccer.
They got everything.
I know the reports have kind of died down of WWE selling still, but I think Tony Khan, he said that he would look into buying WWE.
It's not a bad idea.
That would be insane. It
would shock me. It really would shock me.
But it would be better than Saudi Arabia buying it.
I probably wouldn't. It'd be hard for me to support it.
Yeah.
I hate to sound that way, but I know what they like. It ain't nothing racist. It'd be Goldberg winning the belt and Sting, his debut. Like, no, man. I know what them Saudis like. They ain't about nostalgia. They don't care about the future of the product. The first couple years, big money because of the star power. And after that, they ain't building no new talent. It'll go down the toilet. That's what they do. They piss money in them countries, dude.
Yeah.
That's why they want to get their hands in on this.
Yeah, I think that's why Jake
they want to Tommy their world.
Yeah. I think that's why Jake and Tommy chose Saudi Arabia as the neutral country because Tommy can't get into the US.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
Saudi's a beautiful place though. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know. So I have to be real. I'd be looking over my shoulders, being safe. But they got some beautiful hotels and views and shit out there, man.
Oh yeah.
Dana White always be sharing him. He was going up to the suite, one of those suites there. He's like, "Yeah, I got the whole damn floor, son." I'm like, "I bet you do."
Yeah, it's because those pay-per-views are $80 a month.
He living lavishly and eating good on the fuck it Friday he does. Man, Dana's living straight. He don't even care. Man.
So $80 times 12, that's 900. That's almost $1,000 just from the pay-per-view per year.
That's ridiculous, man. Oh no, then you gotta have ESPN Plus too.
Yeah.
You ain't getting jack without that, bro. That's one of my favorite apps, I'll say. I would own ESPN Plus anyway because I like it.
Yeah.
I like the content they have on there. There's a lot of shit I haven't even watched yet, but
yeah, I paid for the year just to have it, and then I can watch.
That's what I did. The whole Disney package with Hulu and all that.
Yep. See, I was looking into doing that, but then that's one with ads, and I'm not. If I'm paying for it, I'm not gonna have ads. So I'll pay for ESPN Plus separately.
I don't really fuck
for
with
a
Hulu.
year. For a year, fine. Hulu, no ads. That's fine. Disney Plus, I have it for free. Anyway, so I don't even need the bundle.
I don't really use Hulu anyway, personally. I just use the Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, really.
I jump on it here and there if there's a specific show that's on Hulu, I'll watch it, and then if I need something to watch, I'll turn Family Guy on, but that's about it.
Man, I'm burnt out on Family Guy. I love the show and the series, but I've watched it so. I remember when the show got canceled in the early 2000s for being so bad, and it got canceled, took off air, then they had to tone it down a little bit to be back on TV. It was a whole deal with that mess. And like 2001, like they were pushing some. Well, yeah, they still push it, but they really got into a lot of trouble when I was a kid, and I remember that, bro. It was a mess.
I mean, South Park has been good for 26 years. I think any TV show should be good for.
South Park's just, man, they be doing the most on there.
It's so funny. It's so funny though.
I used to not miss them new. I remember I could hear the Comedy Central commercials. Oh, Wednesday at 10, new episode of South Park. I was a kid, bro. I never missed it. I used to own almost all the DVDs, but a lot of my shit got missing, man. Somebody took some of my damn DVDs years ago. Kind of sucks, but honestly, I don't care about DVDs anymore. All about streaming now.
Exactly.
But I love my physical copies of video games, but I got about half physical, half on the cloud. So I rock all kind of ways with that.
Trying to think if there's anything else that's breaking or
anything else that really down finally for that first hour or two the past couple days. It's finally chill.
Yeah.
Well, of
course, I figured it would be that way. We go to do this and boom, nothing to break.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes though. Well, I definitely. Justice Hill, that's brand new news. Justice Hill resigning with the Ravens, 2 years, $4.5 million.
Okay, there you go.
Bad for depth. I like him like at a third down back and stuff. He's going to be behind J.K. and Gus Edwards, though. There ain't no doubt about that. But he's a young kid. He played at Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken. And, he used to return kicks pretty good. I think he's a return specialist. So I don't really see much of him on the field, but the talent's there. So, Adam Schefter. One thing I want to say that makes me laugh, like Adam does this the most. He'll post something and be like, per source. And I'll comment every time, what's your source, bud?
Trust me, bro.
It's like I'll shout out Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, when I do those. But when they put them, they'll just say per source. Like who stamp a name on that? Because that's where I'll say they run into problems, bro. Like how Adam Schefter and Lamar got beef right now. So that's why I think as a reporter, you need to stamp your name on that or stamp the quote of whoever said that shit. Because if they didn't say that, they can defend themselves. But I didn't say that. So
yeah,
that's what I think. But to me, I really like Diana Russini a lot, man. She's never wrong that I can recall. I mean, she's on stuff ahead of people. But I think they were saying yesterday on ESPN, that lady be making phone calls all day long. She'd be on the phone, on the computer. Busy lady.
Gotta be.
I would hate to be an owner or agent or anybody that's dealing with the team and being called by Rap Sheet, Diana, Shefty. I would hate my phone to be ringing off the hook. I'm like, I know it's y'all's job, but Jesus, man, y'all don't stop.
Oh, they gotta have two different phones, one for all the regular.
Absolutely. You got to. Them owners got to get sick. What's the news on Rogers? You just told me an hour ago. That's the funny thing. I said it'd be like it's like they'll call and be like, "What's the news on Rogers?" And I'm like, "Well, you just called an hour ago."
Yeah.
Man, they
Freddie Freeman left the game 22 hours ago. He has a hamstring injury.
Oh wow,
that sucks.
It does. He's a hell of a player, dude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. We didn't really.
To me, I don't know. It could help. It could help. But I don't really have much faith in the Dolphins in that division, especially when the Jets getting better and Buffalo is Buffalo. The Patriots might get better. That's a hard ask. Even though the Dolphins were a playoff team and everything, but I don't know.
Shouldn't have been.
No, definitely not.
Shouldn't have been. Should have been the Steelers.
I'll say Skylar Thompson for a rookie, though, he looked good. He went out there and balled out in Buffalo.
PWP Nation a minute ago. Butch is set to revert back to Pete Dunne, something Triple H originally planned to do last year before the Brawling Brutes got over, and the plans were pushed back per WrestleVotes.
Nice.
That's going to be awesome.
I agree there. It's going to be solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm looking to everything. We pretty much anything that's happened today or recently, we've really hit on pretty good. And if anything, in our groups, I promise you that.
The Steelers have come to terms with Cole Holcomb on a 3-year deal. He was another defensive guy from the Commanders. That should help.
Ian Rappaport. Let's see. Nothing new, huh?
Yes. So, yeah, we were talking about this earlier. North Carolina is the only team to be ranked number 1 in the preseason AP poll and missed the NCAA tournament in the same season.
Yep. So,
an hour ago, Rodgers was 90% retiring before the darkness retreat.
Yep. And he also about that same time said, I love you, Green Bay. And he said he's sad, but we'll meet you again. So it definitely sounds like, like I've been saying, even if it ain't the Jets, he's out the door at Green Bay, it feels like.
Yeah.
I just thought I was banking on we'd have an answer today. And dang, Matt, you called that, boy. You said we got that answer today. I'm sad we didn't, man. But I did say I agree. If it was to be announced on any show, it would have been that show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's his show too, basically, since he's always there and he always got a home there. So, but yeah, man, I think we did pretty good today. I know I got to get ready, get some food. But next Wednesday we'll be back and maybe we'll have some news about Aaron Rodgers.
Some other wrestling news made official on the bump. The Great Muta will be inducted to the Hall of Fame by Ric Flair.
Nice. Oh, Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's got some worthy people, but there's some people in there that don't deserve their spot. But that's how it is.
Yeah.
I try to think positive about the Hall of Fame because at the end of the day, it's still hanging on to history and stuff. And it's a good way to think about some people that have passed on, you know, that you don't normally think of offhand.
Yeah. The USFL announced their coaching staffs for the teams. Starting in the North Division. I don't know who any of these guys are. I know there's some former big time players. Ray Horton is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Maulers. Mike Nolan is the coach of the Michigan Panthers. Mike Riley is the coach of the New Jersey Generals. Bart Andrus is the coach of the Philadelphia Stars. That is the North. The South, Skip Holtz is coach in Birmingham. Todd Haley, okay, and a former Pittsburgh offensive coordinator, the head guy over in Memphis for the Showboats. Curtis Johnson for the Houston Gamblers. Man, Houston is really bringing some football there, man.
Yeah, they are.
It's like 3 teams now in Houston. John DeFliplo for the New Orleans Breakers. And those are the divisions. So the training camp for the USFL starts Monday, March 20th, and the players report tomorrow.
I'll definitely be keeping my eyes on
that. And that starts on April 15th.
Sweet. More football.
15th and 16th. Yep. You got 15th and 16th, and then that's on week 1. It looks like they're on 2 games are on Fox, one's on FS1, and then one's on Peacock. And then week 2, USA and Peacock on Fox, NBC and Peacock, and FS1. So they're both these they're both of the spring leagues are getting those deals with cable and NBC and Fox and all that. So that's good.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad to see it, man. We need more football. That's for sure.
It's fun to have more.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, I'm probably going to have to get moving, though, so I can get up out of here. But
all right. Well, that's going to do it for this one. And then, like you said, next week, same place, same time. Sure. StreamYard, probably on yours.
Yes,
or back here on mine. We can alternate. It's cool with me.
But good. We get experience, guest and host, because I know some people that do podcasts and they don't ever get that experience of being on somebody else's show.
Yeah.
I think you need to see it from both sides, and that can only help you. To me, that's how I view it.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, we can wrap it up. So thanks to everyone. I think at one point we had like 5-6 viewers. We still got 1 on Twitch.
Nice.
But it went up and down. So thanks to everyone who did watch. Thanks to Derek for leaving a comment. Thanks for the star for Jen and the comment from your YouTube. But it was a great show, and we'll be back here next time.
Yep.
Have a good day, everyone.